McPherson trying to kick the Bengals into the AFC Championship. Harris, the snapper. Huber will hold it. 52-yarder! Sweeps the leg, McPherson! He's got it! Cincinnati wins!
Down the middle and good! 49ers win it! 30 yards to win the game. Matt Gay boots it through. And the Rams, by the hair of their sweet feet deep, wind up winning it.
3 games so far. Walk-off.
Yes, Mahomes has hit his last 8. Looking to the end zone for the win! He caught it! Ball game! Chiefs to the championship game!
I've never seen a postseason like this before. 4 games in the divisional round that came down to the final play. The final play decided the outcome of all of these games. 3 of them were field goals, and then the Chiefs with a last play touchdown. These are the type of games that I'm sad to see one of the teams go home. Like the Titans were a great team all year and were the number 1 seed, got eliminated by the Bengals. Sad to see Ryan Tannehill go out like that, but he did have a 3-interception game, so it was kind of his fault that they lost, but certainly disappointing. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers, another MVP season, ruined in the playoffs, not even able to get to the Super Bowl, and 10 points from the 49ers on special teams. 1 that led to a field goal, and then 1 block punt, which was a touchdown. Rams, Buccaneers. The Buccaneers mounted a crazy comeback. It looked like this was just going to be a blowout, but the Buccaneers never gave up. They came back, but at the end of the day, Matt Gay hit the game-winning field goal. And then this last game was probably the best postseason game that I've ever seen. I've only been watching football for a few years, but this is by far the greatest postseason game I've ever seen. The Chiefs winning it in overtime. I feel terrible for Bills fans and Josh Allen, but next year, Bills fans, it might be your year, okay? Josh Allen just keeps getting better and better, and his last 2 postseason games were almost perfect. So it's sad to see one of the teams lose, but now we have our conference championship game set, and it's going to be so fun to watch these games. So just to quickly recap all of the divisional round games. The first one, Bengals versus the Titans. The Bengals started out looking good, a couple field goals to start the game. The Titans came back with a Joe Burrow interception and an A.J. Brown touchdown, but then Ryan Tannehill threw an interception at the end of the game, which cost the Titans the win, and the Bengals drove downfield and scored a field goal to win the game. The Saturday night game, the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. The Packers had the early lead. They scored a touchdown on the first drive of the game, but after that, the game really slowed down for them, and the 49ers and Packers really could not get any offense going. This game came down to special teams. The only touchdown that the 49ers scored was on special teams, a blocked punt, and that ended up being the difference, as well as a blocked field goal and Robbie Gould making the field goal to win the game at the end. So there's a lot of talk around whether this is Aaron Rodgers' last year in Green Bay or not. So that's just one of the headlines that came out of this crazy game. The Rams at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Rams started this game off very, very good. They had a 27-3 lead, but then the Buccaneers came back 24 points unanswered, 27-27, but then the Rams ended up driving downfield on 2 insane catches from Cooper Kupp and ended up winning this one by just a field goal. Alright, so this game. There was a lot to unpack from the Chiefs and the Bills last night. Really, this entire game was crazy, but we're just going to be looking at the last 2 minutes. So, it's 4th and 13, the Bills are down, they really need this play, and Josh Allen throws a dart down the field in the end zone to a wide open Gabriel Davis for his 3rd touchdown of the game. If this play didn't happen, the game might have been over. This game would not have been as crazy as it really was if this play didn't happen. But that was not it. You can never count out the Chiefs, especially when they have playmakers like Tyreek Hill to catch passes like this and take them all the way to the house, torching the Buffalo Bills defense and holding up the peace sign right before he gets to the end zone. And at this point, I thought that the Bills were screwed. With just a minute left, down by 4 points, they needed a touchdown, but you can never count out Josh Allen. Allen led an amazing drive downfield, and with just 13 seconds left on the clock, he fires one down the field for Gabriel Davis, for Gabriel Davis's 4th touchdown and 201 total receiving yards. This was an amazing game for Davis, and this really, I thought this was it. I thought this put the game dead. I thought it was over, but when the Chiefs have time on the clock, even if it's 13 seconds, I guess, they can come back and make some plays. After just 2 offensive plays, they were able to get into field goal range, and Harrison Butker nailed this 49-yard field goal to tie the game and send it into overtime. At this point, I was thinking whoever won the coin toss was going to win the game, and well, that's what happened. The Chiefs won the coin toss, drove all the way downfield, and on the last play of the game, a walk-off touchdown for Travis Kelce. Truly one of the greatest games I've ever seen. After this crazy game, all we can really say is thank you. Thank you, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, for putting on a show out there. As someone who is neutral watching this game, not really rooting for anybody, it was sad to see Josh Allen go home, but I would have said the same for Patrick Mahomes if he had lost. This is one of those games where if these two quarterbacks switch teams, the Chiefs still would have won. Because the coin toss, the Chiefs won, and Josh Allen would have scored a touchdown on the first drive for the Chiefs. I mean, you never know for sure, but it's just one of those games. And if the Bills had won, and Mahomes was their quarterback, then nothing would have changed. The Bills would have won. If you guys understand what I'm saying, like the quarterbacks played so evenly well and amazing, and their offenses were spot on that if they just swap teams, they the same outcome. But the Chiefs got lucky at the end, got the coin toss, and I'm not going to talk about how the Bills didn't kick it deep, or didn't kick a squib kick instead of kicking it deep through the end zone, because we've all heard enough about that. I don't need to complain about Sean McDermott for that, but this is just the future. This is the future. Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, they are the future. They're the now. They're everything. They're talented, and thank you for putting on this show. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. The Super Bowl's not far away. Enjoy football, and that's going to do it. Peace out, everyone.